Hello, Internet. I'm Polar the Polar Bear. Welcome to another episode of the Microbear Gourmet. I'm hungry again. It's been a very busy day, and it is lunchtime, and I'm not skipping lunch today because the last time I had an energy drink for lunch, I ended the day with an awful headache. So, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. I mentioned at some point I was going to do this product, and the part of the box that shows what the product is also the the crisping tray or whatever. This thing. So yeah, no, you can see that all right. It is the steak and mushroom melt, flatbread melt from Stouffer's, which Stouffer's is one of the better frozen food brands. So and I've had these before, full disclaimer, and they're amazing. I pretty much already know how this is going to play out, but again, as with some other things I do on here, I wanted to get it out there for you guys. And so that's what I'm kind of doing here. So let me retire this thing. I only have to use it one more time for the snap, and then I can throw it away because it's got cheese all over it. Move my fork. Here is the... There you go. You can you see that all right. That is the flatbread melt. That's the melt before it's supposed to be eaten like a taco. And that's what it looks like before I've folded it. You can see the steak, couple of mushrooms in there. But it's kind of bare, notice. There's really not that much in it, which is going to end up being the only major detractor, unless this is just a really bad one for some reason, which I doubt. But I'm going to go ahead and curl it up and give it a try. Now, I'm going to have to there we go. Oh, I cooked this... It's not cold, it's still warm, but I cooked it a little while ago, so the crust is a bit hard. There is the folded, there you can see that's the end I'm going to take a bite out of. It's got kind of everything in there. So, just... These things are amazing. I think it's if you look closely at the crust, you can tell it's kind of seasoned. And I'm not sure what, flatbread really could kind of mean anything when you think about it. There's a certain way to make, bread into a flatbread, but there's a lot of things I assume they could do to this bread. But whatever they do to it, the bread's really good, the steak is great, the cheese is great. If you like mushrooms, I like mushrooms. They're good and they're in there, but they're not overpowering. You don't get punched in the face with mushrooms. It's just a nice undercurrent of mushroom, which, it's so good. The only thing I'm not too big of a fan of with these is, again, they don't put that much stuff in there. I mean, I showed it to you. There's not that much hi fork. There's not that much steak. There's not that much mushroom. There could be more cheese too, really. So that's really the only thing that loses it a point. But everything in here is delicious. And these are I think they're Stouffer's. I think they're maybe 3 something, maybe in the high 280, 290. But either way, I think they're well worth the price. 9 out of 10. Really, really good. If these things were jam packed, they'd be a 10 easily. And I definitely recommend you go out and go get 20 of these, cook them all at once, and just eat them in a row, because they're fantastic. So, thank you for joining me on another episode of the Microbear Gourmet. I hope to see you guys again very soon.